You were not born to scroll. You were born to speak, build, and create. In this video, I want to share with you why it's so important to move from consumption mode to creation mode, not only for fulfillment of your soul purpose, your light work, your dharma for this world, but also for you to feel more fulfilled in your everyday experience of life. This gets you from stagnation to expansion, and this is what spiritual awakening is about. Hey, beautiful light being, my name's Virginia. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a manifestation and shadow work coach, and I also help conscious entrepreneurs bring in more abundance for their light work. And in this video, I'm sharing with you why it's so important to shift from consumption to creation, or at least find a little bit of middle ground and more balance. Are you continuously scrolling? Are you continuously consuming other people's content, manifestation videos, learning about conscious business, learning about meditation, constantly consuming information, knowledge, podcasts, YouTube channels? Hey, reading books is beautiful, but there comes a point along your journey where you're going to have to recognize, you're going to have to take on this fundamental truth that we're here to step more into God consciousness nature. And what is God consciousness? It is creation. You got to start putting your imprint on the world. You got to start being the main character of your journey, of your story. I want to share with you 5 reasons why it's so important to start creating. And however that looks like for you, I know that there's so much more fulfillment on the other side of it. There's so much more expansion, and more than likely, there'll be a lot more abundance. Number 1, consuming is passive. Creating is empowering. Think of it like this: when you're consuming so many pieces of content, maybe watching 10 manifestation videos in a day, right, on how to manifest better, what could you actually be doing with that time? You could be applying some of the practical techniques that you already learned months ago, like making a vision board or recording your own affirmations. It's about time management a lot of the time. And so much when we're consuming, we feel comfortable, but we're also stagnating. It's time to get moving. And this is the energy of movement is literally the energy of manifestation, of expansion, of conscious creation of God. When we're overly consuming, this can actually be lowering our frequency. If you just get some things moving in your reality, it's going to raise your vibration, and instantaneously a new results start to be manifested in your life. It's also about the new. We can't be doing the same old to get a different result. We have to try something new, and that is in creation, that is in movement, that is in action. The second reason why it's so important for you to start creating, I said it a little bit in the intro, but creation is coherence with source. When we think about the identity of higher consciousness, God, universal intelligence, unconditional love, however you want to see it, what is one of the aspects that you would describe, or the characteristics that you would describe source consciousness to be? It is creation, and it's to give. It is to be like the sunlight feeding the plants, or the water pouring down. It's the activation of new and expansion. And so much of our spiritual awakening journey is being more like our godlike nature. And to do that, we actually need to create things. We need to make movement. And in those creations, we are also giving. We are giving back to the reality. We are providing. We are the sunshine in other people's lives. Third reason why I think it's super important for you to start creating more beautiful light being is it heals your identity. It literally allows you to step into main character energy and to stop witnessing other people live their best lives, right? And it's actually such a salve for depression. Often my most depressive low states has been when I've been overly consuming other people's content and questioning why my life is not like theirs and why they get to have this shiny, lovely life. But when it got really down to the nitty gritty truth of it, is because I wasn't doing anything. You can't compare yourself to others, right, that are actually taking loads of action in their lives, and you aren't creating. And if you have in difficulty stepping onto the stage, being seen with your creations, then it's a sign to go deeper into your shadow work. Fear of judgment, fear of visibility, fear of being seen. Do the inner child work, the experiences from your life that might have caused you this fear of being criticized or being seen. And then you're going to feel much more in your power to start creating and putting yourself out there. Fourth reason why I believe it's really important for you to start creating beautiful light being is because it's a way more powerful way to start creating manifestations in your life, when we're overly consuming it, is like an energetic constipation. There is a backup because you've learned so much information, you've absorbed so much information, and now that information is being urged, it's wanting to be translated in a new way through you. And this is kind of bringing me on to another subject that I might share another video on soon, and it's about the energy of copying, right? When we're consuming information, often we're like, oh, I'd like to apply that, I'd like to be like that, and we're getting little bits and pieces that we're going to then filter through our experience and our personality. And what often blocks a lot of people's creativity and not wanting to put themselves out there is they're scared to copy. And this is something, as I've expanded my conscious business, that I've realized even more. There's nothing new in the world, and the way that most businesses are successful is they look at the most successful businesses that are in the same niche as them and copy the best elements and then filter it through their new avenue. It's never going to be exactly the same. And copying is actually how the universe works, right? The genetics of a human being is copying what works and getting rid of things that don't work. So if you don't allow yourself a little bit of copying in your creativity, you're going to block your flow because you think, oh no, I can't copy, so you don't make anything. But actually, all that consumption you're doing, it's okay to copy a little bit of it and then filter it through your individual perspective, and it's going to be something new and often way better than all of the other things that you've ever consumed. And then the fifth reason that I think you should start creating more beautiful light being is that being seen is actually the medicine. So the more that you start to dare put in your creativity out there, being seen for what it is that you love to share in the world, for your light work, what will happen is you activate a new identity every time you expand more into being seen. So this is actually the shadow work in action. Often we have to take that uncomfortable action of being seen, take that uncomfortable action of putting ourselves out there, and then the new identity activates in that very experience. And it won't happen without that action of being uncomfortable. You are healing yourself in the moment of doing the new action and of doing the creation. So it's one of the most powerful shadow work techniques there are. Get taking action. Let's go. I want to see your creations. Beautiful light being. I hope that this video helped you. That's it for today. But if you do need a little bit more assistance in bringing in abundance for your gifts, getting comfortable with putting yourself out there, you need some assistance with the laws of manifestation and how this can apply with stepping you into your most wealthy identity, then check out my ready to receive bundle below. This is a low ticket product, but it has the ability to transform your life and bring in massive abundance for you. And then I will see you on the next video. Namaste.